Okay, let's be real. If you are an iPhone user, if you're in the Apple ecosystem, and you're maybe looking to get a smartwatch, do some activity tracking, health tracking, and possibly get some notifications on your wrist, you're probably going with the Apple Watch, which makes sense. Apple's ecosystem is pretty great, and when you fall into Apple's walled garden of products, it becomes kind of out of the ordinary to consider anything other than the Apple Watch. But what if I told you that for the past couple of months, not only have I been testing a third-party alternative, but in the end actually ended up preferring it and completely switching over to it, leaving my Apple Watch Ultra to sit in the drawer collecting dust. These are 5 reasons why I switched over to Garmin despite being an Apple user, and why you might want to consider doing so as well. Let's get into it. Now, the watch I have here is called the Garmin Epix Pro Gen 2. It's one of Garmin's flagship do-everything watches and pretty much directly competes with the Apple Watch Ultra. They both feature bright OLED displays, are built with titanium and sapphire crystal glass, and this year with the updated Phoenix 8, which replaces this watch, you'll even get dive functionality and some other smart features, which the Apple Watch Ultra also has. So with so many things in common, why did I go with the Garmin over the Apple Watch? The first reason is gonna be user experience. Now on the Garmin, even though it does have a perfectly functioning touchscreen, you can actually use this watch completely with the buttons. Sort of acts like a TV remote. So you have your up and down, as you can see, I'm sort of cycling through these menus. You have your select, and then you have your back button right here. Now, the real world benefit of using buttons as opposed to a touchscreen like on the Apple Watch Ultra is, let's say you're in water, like if you're swimming, or you're around water, like doing dishes. Probably something that's a little bit more common is you're doing a workout, maybe you're running and your hands are sweaty. In all of those scenarios, you can still do exactly what you would want to do on this watch, whereas on the Apple Watch Ultra, if you have gloves on, if your hands are wet, good luck trying to do anything on that watch, because the way that it's set up, you really have to use the touchscreen. Something else I really love about this watch is the customizability with shortcuts. So if I press and hold the top right button, I actually get to my alarms. I've also set up the top right and the left middle button to a stopwatch. And then if I want to get to Spotify, I can just press and hold this button and it opens up my playlists. Now, the second reason why I switched to a Garmin is because of the routes and map support. This Garmin comes straight out of the box with offline worldwide maps with road information, trail information, even ski resort information, golf courses, and it's just all available as soon as you take it out of the box. I truly mean it when I say that if you have this watch on your wrist, you will not get lost. And this doesn't just benefit those hardcore adventurers who are doing their own thing, like going off the beaten path. This also benefits you if you're running, cycling, or doing any activity where you might want to follow a certain route. One of my favorite things about the Garmin is that it supports the universal GPX file, which you can download from AllTrails, Strava, or literally any other popular routing app or website, and then load it onto this watch through Garmin Connect. And then you'll get turn-by-turn navigation to make sure you're staying on that route. If you go off path, the watch will actually reroute you, and the GPX file also contains elevation data, giving you a visual elevation profile of your entire route, and some really meaningful stats like how much climbing you have left so you can better adjust your effort levels depending on what's coming up. Garmin also has a really comprehensive mapping software, allowing you to create different courses and routes, and also gives you heat maps of the most traveled roads and real-time elevation data. Now, Apple did release a very basic routing tool with watchOS 11 and iOS 18. However, the difference between these two systems is night and day, and there's a lot that Apple has to catch up on before it can even get close to what Garmin has currently. Now, reason number 3 is gonna be the personal training and the coaching that you get for free with this watch. So every morning, your watch will give you a summary of your day, including upcoming events, weather, how you slept, and how your body is recovering from potential workouts. But what's really cool here is that it'll actually recommend you a workout based off of how you're doing. And actually, if I go into my calendar glance, anything that's in yellow is actually gonna be a suggested workout. So I can actually click in here, and on Monday, I can either do 30 minutes of running or an hour of cycling. You can see after that 1 hour training on Tuesday, it's actually a rest day. Like, how cool is that, just to have a personal trainer built into your wrist to recommend you workouts based off of how your body is doing? I think that is just a really cool feature that they include for free that the Apple Watch doesn't really have an answer to. Now, I've already talked a bit about the Garmin Connect app, but if we just hop into here, go to training and planning, and then tap on workouts and find a workout, you'll see that there are also a ton of built-in workouts that you can explore here. So let's just say we wanted to do leg day. This is for people who are also into strength training or lifting. If I save this to my workouts, and then right here in the top right, you'll see this send to device button. If I click my Epix Pro watch, it'll actually send that workout to my watch. We can actually scroll down here to leg day, and we'll get a really detailed view of what exactly we need to do here, as well as a diagram of how to do that actual workout. Like, look at this guy. He's getting deep, he has good form. Let's go to another one. So barbell straight leg deadlift, 10 reps. This is how you do it. He's going down and he's going up fast. Also, I think that it's cool that it's not just for strength training, like if you wanted to do some stretching, like a full body recovery flow, or if you wanted to do some yoga, there's something for everyone here. And again, it's all built in, there's no subscription, this is just included with the watch. Now, by the way, if you are conscious of your health and you wanted to take your back health more seriously, one of the best upgrades that you can make for your home office is a good office chair. Which brings me to today's sponsor, Sihu. Their new S100 ergonomic chair is one of the most adjustable and affordable chairs that I've ever seen. Not only does this chair look modern and really well styled, it also features all of the typical adjustments you'd expect from a good office chair, like seat height, seat depth, four-way adjustable armrest with height, position, and angle that moves with the backrest, as well as 3 lockable recline positions. Whenever you want to take a short break, you can sit back and lounge with a max recline angle of 135 degrees. But also some things that are unique to this chair are the height adjustable backrest to accommodate for users with different heights, and the unique dual dynamic lumbar support, which uses these omnidirectional springs to flex and shift dynamically with your torso and back. Installation was really easy, and it comes with all of the tools that you need, and the overall build quality is also really high quality with a durable mesh fabric that is breathable and tough. Definitely check it out if you're interested with the link in the description, and a big thank you to Sihu for sponsoring this video. All right, now we're getting into the last 2 reasons of why I switched to this watch, and the 4th reason is probably one of the biggest. It's gonna be battery life. Now, with this specific watch, I'm getting 6 days of battery life. And so you're getting 6 days with the always on display on. But if I actually turn the always on display off, now we're getting 17 days of battery life, which is insane. The Apple Watch Ultra gets 2 days. Like, I don't know how Apple's on the 10th generation of the Apple Watch and still they're stuck on an all-day battery life. So what can you do with a 6-day battery life? Well, you can take it on a weekend trip without even bringing the charger. That's been great. If you do a really long activity, you're not worried about the watch dying. Also, just on the day-to-day stuff, if you want to use your watch for sleep tracking, you don't have to throw it on the charger before you go to bed just to make sure you have enough juice to last throughout the night. There is 0 battery anxiety with this watch, and you can even go longer if you get one of the other ones with solar. So yeah, definitely that is one of the biggest reasons why I moved away from the Apple Watch. But then the 5th and final reason of why I switched to the Garmin is because of the built-in flashlight. So that's right, built into the top of this watch is an LED, and you can even change that to a red LED if you wanted to be more stealth at night or if you're out camping. I've definitely been using this flashlight way more than I thought I would, just for finding things at night, or if I get out of bed and want to go to the restroom, I can simply just double tap on my wrist. And also, one thing that I love is all the different effects that you can add on here. So there's blink, and probably my favorite is the blitz one, which I've actually used at night if I'm caught out after dark and going on a run. It just allows for cars to see me way easier. Is it overkill to have a flashlight on a watch? Probably. Do I use it all the time? Yes. But yeah, those are the 5 reasons of why I switched from my Apple Watch to the Garmin. But should you switch? I think that all comes down to what you prioritize and value in a watch. For people who simply view the watch as a tool, who want to take their fitness journey a little bit more seriously, the longer battery life, the routing and mapping software, as well as the more robust user experience really makes this watch the ultimate tool that you can rely on 24/7. You might not be able to take calls or reply to messages or control your smart home, but it still is smart enough to connect to your calendar to let you know of your upcoming events, send notifications to your watch. And I think one of my favorite features is you can still ping your smartphone from your watch. Let's say if you lost your smartphone, you can still ping it with the Bluetooth connection if it's within range. So yeah, personally, the fact that this isn't as smart as my Apple Watch Ultra doesn't really bother me. I think those trade-offs are well worth it. And at least for me, this is the better smartwatch. But what do you think? Did I make some good points about the Garmin? And what do you prioritize when it comes to having a good smartwatch? Let me know down below. And as always, consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more of this tech content. Leave a like on your way out, maybe check out another video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.